Hi everybody, I'm Erin, and welcome to, or welcome back to, Waiting Moose, which is where I talk about books. And today, I'm going to do yet another book review. By the way, I'm wearing a coat in the house because I'm cold. It's winter, it's a jean jacket, but I'm also sitting under this lovely quilt because I'm freezing! so I'm freezing, I'm all cozied up, coat, blanket, we're good. We're set. We are ready to go and talk about our book today, which is one of my Diversathon picks, Orange, Mint, and Honey. I'm going to not hold this up because I'll shake it and it gets distracting. I also really need to straighten out my camera because I can see that I've got a little bit of a tilt going on. Sorry. So today I want to talk about, well, I'm not really going to talk about Diversathon, but I did make myself a promise that I wouldn't just do a Diversathon TBR, a Diversathon update, and then a Diversathon wrap-up without actually reviewing the books. Because, yeah, okay, I can talk about the books in the wrap-up, but I feel like there are so many times that I watch these videos that people do, and this isn't a criticism, right? Because there's a lot of people that don't do book reviews. You do you. You don't have to do book reviews. But I feel like when you're doing something like Diversathon and you're trying to recognize these books and these authors and what they're doing and the characters that they're writing, that maybe it needs a bit more attention. And as a booktuber, as a member of the community who does actually do reviews, I wanted... sorry, my jacket's like... nah. Okay, there we go. I wanted to make an effort to talk about the books a little more. I don't want to be like, oh yes, it's very important that I read these books, but I'm hardly going to talk about them. This is written by Carleen Brice, and it is a contemporary novel. I don't really want to call it chick lit because it's not. It's women's fiction for sure, but it's not chick lit. You know, it's not, yeah, it's just not. So we start out and we have our main character, Shay, who is not doing so well. She has just a whole pile of stress. She can't handle it. She doesn't really have the tools to handle it. She's living away from home. So she was raised in Denver, Colorado, and she's going to university taking her master's degree in Iowa, of all places. Basically, she's hit this point in her life where she's lost her direction. You know, she's struggling in school. Everything seems to be going wrong for her, and she decides to go home. Nina Simone the jazz singer is the one who convinces her to go home. And yes, Nina Simone did not actually talk to her, but she had a vision, a dream, if you will. She had a vision that Nina Simone told her to go home. So she went home. She also had, you know, her academic advisor at school was telling her to take some time off and all this stuff. And so finally she decides she's going to go home. And she does. She goes home and she stays with her mother. Her mother, Nona, is a recovering alcoholic. She has a toddler while Shay is a grown-up daughter. While Shay is her grown-up daughter, she also has a toddler named Sunshine who is 3 or 4 years old. She has an AA sponsor. There's just a lot going on for Nona as well. This is that story. And if you are a mother or a daughter, I'm going to be honest, think about trying, if you're grown-up daughter, think about going home and trying to live with your mother again. Now imagine that if you had a whole pile of baggage because you grew up with a mother who was an alcoholic and pretty much non-existent in your life. And that's Shay's experience. So she's got a lot of anger. A lot of anger. And as you go through this book, you learn more and more about Shay and Nona and some other people in their lives, and you watch them grow, and you also have to watch them acclimate to each other and being in each other's lives again, which, I mean, I could not do it. I love my mom, but I don't think I could live with her. I mean, I've got female friends that if I spend more than a few days with them, I think we'd kill each other. It's just the way we are, but mother and daughter is even worse. In a lot of ways. Yeah, this book just brought out all of the, ooh, that is so true moments for me. Added to that, I mean, it's about a black family, right? And it gets into some of those issues of racism and, You know, Shay didn't really grow up in a privileged way at all. You know, obviously she had an alcoholic mother, and yeah, reading this book, I took so much out of it. I loved it. I did. I loved watching Shay take these first steps in romantic relationships and start freeing herself to do these things when she would never allow herself to do that prior to this. There's a lot of things addressed in this book, and I think it was just handled amazingly well. I think I will absolutely be looking for more books from Carleen Brice because I loved this book. I loved the writing. And I don't know if it was just because I've been reading a lot of heavier stuff this year, a lot of like bigger books, and a lot of the Three Body Problem was definitely not a light read, and the Moonstone, like a lot of the books I've been reading this year are heavy and long and very involved, and they take a lot of thought. They're hard books, and this was not. This was a light read, but at the same time, the subject matter is not easy. It's not something that you're just like, oh, this is all fun and happy like a Harlequin romance. It's not. There's a lot of deep things discussed in this book, you know, a lot of strength that you can see in the characters and development. That I absolutely saw so much character development through this book, and it's like 300 pages. So there was a lot that went on in this book, and there's a lot of symbolism and themes and blah, blah, blah. I loved it. I thought it was so well done. It was probably a little bit of what I needed at the time, because I also recently read Winter Stroll, which I'm also going to be doing a review of, and I found that it was the same thing. It was a little lighter. It didn't quite take all the brain power to read it, but it definitely tugged at the heartstrings. This Orange Mitten Honey. I am going to end this here. I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars, just because, you know, it is a little lighter. It's a great book, but it wasn't amazing by any imagination. So that is where I'm going to leave this. Have a great night or day, everybody, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching.